Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Damn it, Yamcha! It doesn't matter how hard we train, we can never be as strong as Goku. There must be a way to reach his level.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to 86 Reviews. I hope everyone is enjoying the holiday season, whether you're taking time off work or from school, or if you're like me who has just started the winter holidays here in the northern hemisphere, summer if you live in the southern part of the world. But I have been sick for the past couple of days, appendicitis actually, and just trying to recover from that, which is why I haven't been uploading any videos this week. So I do want to apologize for that, but also I do want to say thank you for joining me again. I know it's nearing the end of the year, probably counting down the hours until 2018, depending on where you're living in the world at the moment. And I know a lot of you are with family and friends now, but I just want to say thank you for stopping by and taking the time to watch. So in today's review, we'll be taking a look at the newest release from the S.H Figuarts Dragonball Z line, Tenshinhan, or just Tien, as he is more well known in the English dub. For the rest of the video, I'll be calling him Tien. So for all the original Japanese release fans, I do apologize. The package, it's nothing out of the ordinary. This time we have a green color as the running design for the box, large image of Tien here on the front, and some logos down at the bottom there. Here are the sides, the top and the bottom. On the back you can see a few action poses, accessories, and Tien does also come with Chaosu, which you can hang onto the back of Nappa if you do have that figure, to simulate that scene in that one episode during the Saiyan saga where Chaosu actually sacrifices himself for his friends. Now, we did see an early prototype of Tien with the green sash that comes across his shoulder, the look that we see him in the Cell saga, but what we got here is the Saiyan saga look, shirtless with his chest scar that does extend all the way to his shoulder, so I'm glad that they added that in. It's a nice little detail. He has his green pants, his red sash, the green gauntlets, the yellow I guess ankle bands, and his black shoes. And I guess that makes sense since the version of Yamcha that we ended up getting was also from the Saiyan saga. But to be honest, I don't really mind having either. But for my personal collection, I'll probably have the pre-Namek Z fighters grouped together. So like the non-Super Saiyan versions of Goku and Vegeta. Although Vegeta wasn't actually a Z fighter until the Android saga. Anyway, this version is going to work well with the original Z fighters. But for those who wanted a Cell Saga Tien, or even a more current looking Tien like how he appears now in Dragon Ball Super, I think, this being a web exclusive really makes me doubt that Bandai will release a different version of Tien in the future. But they do look good together, Tien and Yamcha, when you pair them up together like that. They definitely do look really nice together on the shelf. Looking at the face sculpts, as always, very clean digital sculpts and printing throughout all the 4 faces that we get. So that's number 1. Number 2. Number 3, and number 4. My only complaint would be that the white that's used on the eyes seems a little thin. They could have gone over it with a few more coats of white, as you can kind of see. And I know it's not going to come out really well. You can kind of see some of the skin tone when you look up close kind of seeping through. So that's my one little gripe that I have. The face that we get is definitely the earlier drawing style of Toriyama. I'm sure most of you know that what I mean, but the drawing styles have definitely changed over the years, with each story arc in Dragon Ball. And it's definitely an earlier look for Tien. So looking at the rest of the body, we do get a brand new sculpt, which is awesome. Because I thought they would just retool some of the parts used on the Awakening Goku. But the chest is actually different. You can see here, Tien has a longer chest. The arms are also thicker and bulkier, as you can see here, and Tien does stand taller than Goku, as he does in the animation, so I'm glad that they got that correct. Even with the pants, you can see here, are new, which I'm really happy about, because they aren't just using the same Goku mold over and over. And this is actually the new Super Saiyan Goku mold. So I'm pretty sure that they will use this same body type for the new non-Super Saiyan Goku, but I'm glad that they're not just reusing the same Goku body mold for different characters like they have been doing in the past. And that's the way it should be. Which is one of the reasons why I actually love Dragon Ball Z. Each character is their own, and each character has their own distinct characteristics. We don't get much in terms of paint application. Most of it is just molded skin tone plastic and green plastic for the pants. It is a nice shade of the skin tone is a nice shade, and it does give the illusion that it is shaded, although it's not, and that's because of how bulgy his muscles are, and when the light hits those different angles, it does give the illusion. So I guess you can say it's the art of shading without shading. There is shading actually on the pants. It does get darker as it moves towards to the feet. The crotch is shaded, but when you move to the back of the figure, there is no shading present, and you can see those kind of ugly knee joints there on the back of his legs as well. The sash is a separate softer plastic piece, and that is molded in a bright red. The ankle sashes, the ankle guards here, are molded in a yellow plastic, and the feet, although they do look black, it's more of a really dark grey, and the soles of the feet are a light grey. They are painted a light grey there. So I want to say that Chaozu is a figure on its own, just like Cyberman was with Yamcha, but this time around, more than anything, it's an accessory, and the main reason is because he doesn't have any other purpose than just to sit on Nappa's back. He's constantly in this sitting pose, or this on your shoulder piggyback pose, and the only articulation you get is his head, which swivels side to side. Don't get me wrong, I'm really happy that they included it, and it's painted and sculpted really nicely, as you can see. Very clean, very sharp, but I do wish they would have made him at least his legs articulated so he can actually stand up, because right now his only purpose now is to be on Nappa's back, as I said, just to recreate that one scene to blow himself up and kill himself. So Chaozu, you are just made to sit on Nappa's back, to blow yourself up and kill yourself. Articulation is pretty nice. Being a bold shirtless guy, there really isn't anything getting in the way of movement, so he does have his side to side. He can look up, he can look down, and he can look down even further because his neck joint is separate, and he does have some nice left to right tilt as well. We get a nice butterfly joint. There is some movement there. He gets a full 360 at the shoulder. he can get his shoulders, his arms more than 90 degrees up, slightly more than 90 degrees up. He does have a upper bicep swivel. He does have double jointed elbows, but because of how bulky his biceps, his muscles are, he only gets slightly better than 90 degrees. As always, you do get swivels and hinges at the wrist. Tien gets some pretty good ab crunch, pretty far down, not that far back, but there is some good movement going there, and some waist swivel as well. Tien can't do the splits this much. He can kick forward and back really well, actually. There we go. He has a upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and a sculpted knee joint, which is nice. He has rotation there at the feet, down and up movement, toe articulation, and he does have ankle pivot, which is better than Yamcha's ankle pivot, so I'm quite happy with that. So for accessories, Tien gets 4 interchangeable heads, the stern face that he comes packaged in, the grinning to the side kind of bring it on face, the oh crap what the hell happened face, and a shouting screaming face. For interchangeable hands, we get 2 fisted, a couple of open palm hands for his solar flare attack, a pair of tri-beam hands, a pair of slightly bent fingered open palm hands for your generic action poses, and 1 additional pointing 2 fingers hand for his Dodon Ray attack. And as I mentioned earlier, you do get this plastic clear piece that you can attach, kind of clip onto Chaozu like this. That just kind of slots underneath his arms like that, and there are kind of like 2 hooks at the top and the bottom, and they just kind of hang on Nappa like that, and just position Chaozu's face, and there we have it. You recreate that scene when he blows himself up to no avail, but there we go. So we get another figure that Dragon Ball Z collectors have been really excited about, but at the same time not that excited about. Well, like Yamcha, Tien tends to be one of those characters that get overshadowed by the same releases like Goku's, the Vegetas, so finally getting a figure arts version of Tien is awesome, right? Well, if he's worth a premium $70 to $80 price tag, then yeah, I can understand why Figure Arts made him a web exclusive, but I think the exclusivity and the price point will definitely turn away most casual collectors, which is a shame because that just makes it all that much harder to complete a full Z Fighter team. But I guess the only other hope is Figure Arts, which I'm sure they will release a Tien later in the line, but in a larger scale. But for now, if you're really after a Tien figure, this looks like the only 6-inch Tien figure that we'll be getting in a while. Still, it's a great figure. It looks fantastic with the other figures in your collection, and I'm just really happy that they gave us a brand new sculpt. My one minor complaint being the static pose with Chaozu, but again, at least we got him in the set. I'm sure it won't be too hard to find a standing Chaozu replacement either, with all the non-articulated Dragon Ball Z figures out there. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Again, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I do realize that it is the last day of 2017 for most of you, depending on where you live, and I didn't get to get out all of the videos that I wanted by the end of this year, so I do apologize for that. One of those videos was my top 10 figures of 2017, which I promise I will get out early next week in 2018. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to say Happy New Year. Have a fantastic holiday. Please stay safe. Keep hydrated. Be good to your mom. And I'll see you in 2018. Anyway, take it easy, guys. See you for the next one. Bye.